Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live for this Friday, December the 27th, 2024. And yes, it is the last Friday of the calendar year. We'll be in January, Lord willing, by the next time we get together on a Friday.
2025.
That's right. Of course, you weren't even born yet, but I just, when I stop and think about 2024, 2025, and when I was a high school kid in the 70s, I thought, man, that's so far away. That's Jetson stuff.
You thought we'd have flying cars?
Oh, yeah. What's going to be? And for the most part, aside from laptop computers and things like that, there's not really a lot different.
There's some cars that drive themselves.
Somebody asked Elon Musk the other day about a amphibious car.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, they're working on that, but everybody laughed, so I don't know whether he was joking or not. But that's not really new either. Back in the 60s, they had some kind of a foreign vehicle, a little small vehicle. It wasn't a Volkswagen, it was something else that they had video that could, it was just kind of going along the water and it'd come up on the land. So that's not a new idea, but it's just something you don't see every day. Let's take a look at the weather. Cloudy and warmer through next week. In fact, about mid next week, we're actually talking about temperatures that could be 61 for the weekend, but along with it comes the rain. As we're doing our program live right now on this Friday, they're saying showers moving in probably mid-afternoon and being with us over the next few days. But warmer, but wetter. Skimpy headlines today in both news and sports, and we'll get to those coming up on Litter Media Live. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, the orange dumpster guys. Yeah, you've probably seen them around. They're delivering them in Ross and all of the surrounding counties. You can have it for a day, a week, and in some circumstances, they may even help you throw stuff in that dumpster. But the good news is whatever you throw in there, they'll take it away for you and dump it for you. 253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
We're back. What color's your shirt?
Blue.
I'm wearing, what is this? Is this brown or tan or what?
That's gray.
Gray? That's close. Yeah. You've been with us for radio days or on this program. You know that I'm colorblind with certain things. Let's jump into the topics today. As we said, the scant few that we have. That's typical for this time of year. A lot of the agencies, they shut down on putting out press releases. But we've got news on there for you. Littermedia.com. There's the story that Aaron put together along with that. I was watching that yesterday, the video of the glass ball. What's the name of it's the event. What do they call it?
Glass Town Countdown.
Glass Town, of course, Lancaster, known as Glass Town. But the ball doesn't come down, it
raises,
goes up.
Yes.
So that's different from New York City.
Yeah.
But very colorful. I urge you to watch that on Litter Media YouTube. It's worth the watching. Very fascinating as to how they came up with all of that. The deadline to apply to an Ohio University regional campus has been extended to February 15th in order to receive priority consideration for Ohio Regional Advantage Awards. So you need to submit your FAFSA by February 15th to get the first priority date.
Winter wonder awaits in the Hocking Hills. Don't miss out on their special events that promise unforgettable moments. Mark the dates and join in the fun. Their first event is the New Year's Eve ball drop in downtown Logan from 9 p.m. to midnight. Next up is their 59th annual winter hike on January 18th. You ever done that?
I have not. It's a 6-mile hike.
Oh, wow. So
have you ever done
for
that?
those who are up to the task, January 18th, 6-mile hike from Old Man's Cave to Ash Cave, starting at 9 a.m. Also on that date is the 8th annual Logan Frozen Festival from noon to 5 p.m.
Staying in Fairfield County, the 2025 Lancaster Parks and Recreation Activities and Programs Guide is now available. They have a lot of great things planned for the upcoming year, so check out their website to see what you'll be doing in the Lancaster Parks for year 2025.
And if your New Year's resolution in 2025 is to join a book club, Pickaway County Library hosts 3 groups that meet monthly to read and talk about titles that are on a list, as well as a silent book club that has no lists or discussion questions. So that's just people getting together and reading whatever they want?
I've never heard of a silent book club. I've heard of book clubs, but not a silent book club. So maybe you just don't discuss it.
Maybe.
Which kind of defeats the purpose of a book club, I guess. Maybe they write notes back and forth to one another.
But a book club kind of sounds like homework. I like that idea better, a silent book.
Silent book. That way nobody knows whether you read the story.
Yeah, let me just read my book.
You just give them the thumbs up if you think you liked it or you're trying to fake them into thinking you liked it. We have double the sports that we had news headlines. That's coming up next on Litter Media Live. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. Of course, we're in the winter, although it's a little bit mild right now. I don't think anybody's going to be turning their air conditioning on this weekend, but you never know. But they can take care of that too, heating, cooling, and plumbing. And yes, I've used all 3 aspects of their service. They serve throughout central, southern, southwest Ohio, you name it. If you are within sound of our voice, give Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing a call.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
In sports, Litter Media Radio Game of the Week tonight. We're a non-conference battle up at the Dome. Westfall Mustangs taking on one of their county rivals, the Circleville Tigers. And again, as we were telling you yesterday, the game is slated for 7:30, but there are 3 games out in front of it at the Brad Morris Basketball Classic, and that's something new this year. It's kind of a neat gesture for the late Brad Morris, longtime sports writer with the Circleville Herald and then later Sporting Pumpkin. Brad passed away last year, and to honor his memory, a lot of the football teams had his initials on the back of their helmets over the last year and a half. And then, of course, they've come up with this basketball event, which is today. And here's the schedule. If you're looking at us on Facebook Live, we do have that schedule.
I don't.
Didn't I give you that schedule?
And then you said, just use the image. Don't include
No, I said, here's what I had sent him another image of all the games around the area tonight. I said, don't use that. Use the Brad Morris schedule. But anyway,
I'll grab it
while I'm talking here. There's 4 games played today and tomorrow. All of the games today are at Westfall High School, and then tomorrow's games will be at Logan Elm High School. And yes, that's in the new gym, as we discovered with our broadcast back on December the 14th, the new complex that they have. It's not in the McDowell gym. But again, they're all at Westfall today, and that gets started early in the afternoon. Both boys and girls are playing in those contests, and we'll get it popped up here so I can tell you who all's playing who. And there they come. Yeah, Taze Valley and Logan Elm girls get it started today at 3 o'clock. Then the Taze Valley Logan Elm boys, and this is varsity only, no JV games over these 2 days. That's at 4:30. Westfall Circleville girls at 6 p.m., and then the game that we're broadcasting, Westfall Circleville boys, that's at 7:30. And as I said, I've not been told whether they will not start any earlier. Let's say the 3 games ahead of it have a continuous clock in the second half. Not I'm saying that's going to happen, but it could. But I'm assuming they'll wait till 7:30. But if not, it's best to get there early and be ready. Then at Logan Elm High School, you'll have to read those, Aaron, because the camera's blocking me out.
3 p.m. Circleville versus Taze Valley varsity boys. 4:30 p.m. Circleville versus Taze Valley varsity girls. 6 p.m. Logan Elm versus Westfall varsity boys. 7:30 p.m. Logan Elm versus Westfall varsity girls.
All right. So there you have it. That's the Brad Morris Classic today at Westfall, tomorrow all at Logan Elm. Toledo Rockets. I was watching a little bit of this game early, and I turned it off. It was like 30-27. The Rockets were behind with like 3 minutes to go in the game. Well, did I miss it? This game ends up going, 6, count them, 6 overtimes. Toledo beats Pitt 48-46, and that is the first time that an FBS bowl game has ever gone 6 overtimes since the FBS bowl scenario was set up back in 1996. So that's Ohio Bobcats have won. Toledo have won. So I don't know if the MAC has played in any other bowl games yet, but to my knowledge, they're 2 for 2. So congratulations to the Rockets. Closer to home, the Pike County YMCA has their first year of Future Volleyball Stars. This is for ages 2 through 7. They'll be going over fundamentals of volleyball and have fun while doing it. If you have any questions, contact the email info@PikeCountyYMCA.org. College basketball this weekend. The OSU men take on Indiana State at noon on Sunday. But the Lady Buckeyes, they're taking on Rutgers in a Big Ten clash also Sunday at 2 p.m. And the women are still undefeated and ranked number 10 in the nation.
In the NBA, the Cavs take on the Denver Nuggets tonight at the Denver Nuggets. Mm-hmm. Do you know what time that is?
Don't, but I'm guessing probably around 9-ish.
Okay.
Since they're behind, what is that, Mountain Time? That's 2 hours
in
later,
Denver?
I think. Yeah, that's Mountain Time.
You're right.
Right.
In the NFL, Bengals will host Denver at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, and this is a game with big playoff implications because the Bengals need to win this, and the Broncos are also looking for a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So these are both teams that are going to be really hunting for a win here.
Yep.
And in Cleveland, the Browns will host Miami at 4 p.m. on Sunday. And this is a game that probably doesn't have big playoff implications.
Not for the Browns, at least. Yeah. They're going to be more concerned about can we hang on to Myles Garrett at the end of this year as to anything else.
A Browns win would help the Bengals, though, because I think the Dolphins are also chasing a playoff spot.
That's correct. I believe that is right. I was looking at the standings the other day, and after we'd had our discussion, and that's I think they're still in the outside scenario there. When I was watching, not watching the game. I was watching the highlights of the Steelers against the Chiefs, and I think they said that Pittsburgh is I think maybe that loss was like the fourth in a row that they've lost. They were like 10-2, and they've lost like 3 or 4 in a row since then. So
are they still in the lead in the division, or is that the Ravens now?
I don't know. But if that was 5 or 6 in losses, I'd say the Ravens are probably ahead of them. Yeah. Even though, because they did win.
They did. They
won the other
whooped
night.
the Texans.
The 31-2 goofy score. We're going to be looking at an iconic place for entertainment since 1932. That's coming up next on our This Date in History on Litter Media Live.
Litter Quality Propane, 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center is celebrating 50 years of serving the chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs of the community. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on Litter Media. Oh, my goodness. On littermedia.com, and it will take you right to their website to learn more. HaynesHealth.com.
That was,
I don't know what just happened.
That was so sudden.
I didn't even feel a change in my throat, but my voice completely gave out.
Looked like it sounded like you were putting on your brakes. All right. This date in history goes back to 1932. At the height of the Great Depression, thousands turned out for the opening of Radio City Music Hall, a magnificent Art Deco theater in New York City. Radio City Music Hall was the brainchild of the billionaire John D. Rockefeller Jr., who decided to make the theater the cornerstone of the Rockefeller complex that he was building in a formerly derelict neighborhood in Midtown Manhattan. The theater was built in partnership with the Radio Corporation of America, better known as RCA, and designed by Donald Deskey. Since 1932, 300 million people have gone through Radio City Music Hall to see movies and stage shows. Have you ever been there?
I have not. I've never been to New York City.
I've been by it, walked right by it, but for whatever reason, we couldn't get in or didn't get in or what. I'm not real sure. But I've always wanted to go in and see the inside. I love Art Deco. I just think it's fantastic. The 1920s and 30s, some 40s when they were doing a lot of that. But it is a showpiece, Radio City Music Hall.
You said about 300 million people?
Since 1932.
Do you know what the population of the United States is?
350 million people.
Yeah. So, just to give you some perspective.
It's like getting all of America. I'm sure there's probably been some repeat visitors.
Probably, yeah. Considering I've never been.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, the Rockettes, you know what they are.
I know who they are.
That's probably one of the more famous regular performers at the Radio City Music Hall, but well known for showing movies all these years. So if you ever have a chance to go to New York City, stop by Radio City Music Hall. Don't forget Litter Media Radio, yours truly and BJ Daly. Aaron will be there as well with the video side of things. Of course, the broadcast is audio only, but he'll have some pictures that we'll see later on our website story. And then, of course, the replay, that'll be loaded sometime during the night to it goes on to Spreaker, but we usually embed it in our website story as well.
So I don't have the Spreaker login, so
you'll have to email Dan Ramey about that.
Or I could just put it on Spotify.
Well, we usually put it on Spreaker.
Okay.
So Dan usually embeds it, but if I need to do it, I just need to know the link. So
okay,
it's easier for folks to find it that way. It seems to be, because we do have a lot of folks that like to, maybe they're at the game and they're too caught up to listen to it live, so they'll go home, and everybody wants to hear their kids' names.
Yeah.
Isn't that good? Your mom probably. Did I ever call a game that you were in?
If you did, I didn't do anything.
Well, you probably got in, later.
If it was a blowout. I had one fumble recovery.
Yeah.
In a game. I don't even remember who we were playing.
I don't know that I can say that I ever had a fumble recovery. Scored some touchdowns, but I don't know that I ever had a fumble recovery. I probably fumbled the ball that somebody else recovered, but yeah. Have yourself a great weekend, everyone. Aaron and I will be back with you on Monday. Dan is on vacation until the New Year's Eve day. He'll be back with us, Lord willing, on Tuesday. But until that time, have a great weekend. Enjoy the mild weather, but stay dry, because it's going to be a rainy weekend out ahead. Until that time, from all of us at Litter Media Live, have a great weekend, everybody. So long.